5-minute round of questions, and I'll begin. Mr. Kisicki, 40 years ago when I was a young lawyer, I represented a company called Ruby Tuesdays. I only had 10 stores. I owned a little bit of it. Wasn't worth much then. I think I could understand then the issue of what direct control might be over a Ruby Tuesday franchisee. That company's now grown, and I'm not involved with it anymore and haven't been for some time, but it's now grown to 800 restaurants. Some are franchise, some are owned by the parent company. I'm trying to figure out how I could advise the headquarters of Ruby Tuesday or any other restaurant company how they could not have unexercised potential to control hiring, firing, wages, all these decisions, or how they could not have indirect control of all these decisions, which would cause me, I think, to suggest to them that if they wanted to be sure they avoided liability, that they would simply own all their stores rather than allow them to be franchised. What would you advise them?
I'm afraid that I'm not going to try and advise Ruby Tuesdays. Sounds like you would take care of that yourself, Senator. I would like to, however, observe that you're absolutely right, that the lack of clarity in this area makes it extremely difficult for us as counselors.
I mean, wouldn't a franchisor have an unexercised potential to do about anything with a franchisee?
They certainly
over a period of time, they certainly would.
They certainly can terminate the franchise contract,
Yeah,
which
and they could say, if you don't do this, I can terminate the contract.
Yeah.
So that seems to me to be just by de facto unexercised potential to control any franchisee.
The test that the NLRB has adopted allows for just that. We just don't know.
And based on your experience and knowledge of companies, would you not think that as a result of that liability or that uncertainty, that the tendency for a lot of large companies would be to own their own stores rather than to allow franchisees to own stores?
Yes, Senator, because of the potential liabilities under various other labor and employment laws in particular, and concerns about protecting their interests, many companies would be inclined to try and extend their power and control.
Ms. Stock,